do that. So this diaspora forum are supposed to be a sort of trigger for more things to happen. Most of it, we would want you to do it yourself and us to give you the support that you are lacking. So for example, if you want to do this in Finland, we would be looking for you to say, this is what we want to do. How can you support us? And then we would come in to do that sort of. So as a sort of catalyst, we want to be the culture, the catalyst for it to start and other things to happen. In terms of the point that Emeka made about impunity, my response again would be similar to Edgar's, which is there's some people who argue that the reason why you have the impunity is because the power is controlled by a relatively small group of people. Strangely enough, in Africa, it has moved from those people being military people to those people being oligarchs. Oligarchy is a government of the wealthy. That's what oligarchy means. And in most cases, Nigeria we know as an example, it is an oligarchy. In fact, the current electioneering with the presidential elections, the only potential candidate who's not a billionaire is Buhari. Almost everyone else has hundreds of millions. It's that sort of thing. Now, the argument about job creation is that if you have more people who have independent income, not dependent on patronage from rich people, then they would make decisions for themselves. And you then need that independence in people, that in total, they would start checking government. That's why even some political scientists argue that in Africa we need to pay more taxes. We need to have people to be in a position to pay more taxes, because if they pay tax, they will not accept the rubbish from the governments. So there's that line of argument that happens. But finally, I would say on that, we have to use dual approach. For this and us, our interest, we've taken a theme, job creation. But I agree that right now someone else should be working on impunity. So we need to do all of them because the work is too big. On the point, yes. Yes, he's the one who tells us where to go, when to go there, and what not to do. Okay, so the point I've taken from Samuel's point is really the importance of one, using creativity to get a wider definition of whatever thing we're doing. How do we open it up? And more important, to do the crossover between culture and the other thematic areas. In Denmark here, what is the favorite fast food, commodity fast food that you buy? What is it? Pizza. Shawarma. Someone said pizza. Any other?
Shawarma.
Sausage. Shawarma. Shawarma. Yeah. Okay. So we've got at least, I've had two, pizza and shawarma. Yes. These are both cultural products. Yes. You Danes, maybe you would be disappointed for me to tell you this. Pizza is not yours. Shawarma is not yours. So it's cultural exchange. And it brings us back to Jesper's bigger point. You know, in England, for many years, the biggest #1 fast food was fish and chips. Up to now, people travel the whole world to eat fish and chips in England. I can tell you, for the past 15 years or so, fish and chips is no longer the #1 fast food. It's chicken tikka masala. People travel from India to eat chicken tikka masala in England. And it's cultural industry. So that's the sort of approach we need to use. 30 years ago or so, when I first came to England, I come from Gambia, where all we do is eat rice. And you went to England, and it's a struggle to find rice. Now you go to a supermarket, boy, there's so much rice, so different qualities, different time. I didn't know that number of different types of rice exist. We've never seen that sort of rice in Gambia. What happened 30 years? Culture and cultural interchange have created multi-billion pound business opportunities. And I come back to Nollywood. There is a company again started by Diaspora people called Iroko TV that have brought IT streaming into it. They raised, I can't remember the monies, but huge sums from the states for investment. So I think it's the creative approach we used to have. And I'm a pluralist. You know, let everyone play. Let's just try everything, as long as it's positive. It's just the negative stuff we need to put aside. As long as it's positive, hey, let's go for it. Any other major points or